5-star reviews. And I always say emphasize when there's thousands of reviews, because we're not talking about mascara, we're not talking about that's a cute top. We're talking about a heavy duty rack that allows you to load up weight on it, use it wherever you want because it's powder coated steel. So this is 3-tier. So about half the size of what you get in the pro or heavy duty rack. So if you're like, I don't have that much vertical, that's why so many of you love the 3-tier. And guess what? Yeah, you get two. You get two, which is great. So we have 2 in white that we're showing you. 1, where if you wanted to live in your office, absolutely you can do that. I'll hop over this way. Here's the black. So there's the black. White is the most limited. There's your black. White is the most limited. See, we have too much fun on these shows. We're gonna stop putting this together.
We do.
See, we got to tame ourselves.
I'm trying not to go too fast. There we go.
We got to stay in the frame, right? Here's your vintage bronze.
Vintage bronze in this, and then
and there's a pewter.
The pewter.
Pewter.
Do you know I have not seen pewter in anything all day, and the reason being that's the original color of Origami,
and people love it.
So many people have it that they just, when they buy it, they're like, I'm getting pewter to go with everything else. So they just buy the pewters. But that's a great color because it's a little gray, it's a little black, not quite like the gunmetal. This one's more of a mottled finish where it's mostly silver, and you'll see, and you'll see that texture in there. Now, like all Origami, these are powder coated steel. And as I mentioned earlier, it was the second piece that we ever made in the Origami line.
Wow.
We had that first large rack, and then we made these because people are like, hey, can you get me something smaller footprint? The whole thing I said about the bookshelf. But they wanted something that could go under a window. And this little guy can absolutely do that all day long. Just like the bookshelf, this is about 12 inches off the wall that way. You're gonna get almost, a little over 2 feet going this way here. It's not quite 3 feet, it's close though. And then, like all Origami, this breaks down in seconds.
Look at that.
Just like that. Now, the neat thing about these is these come together packed in a box. You're gonna get 1 box, 2 shelves in it, which, you know, the shipping on this is crazy, to get free shipping, because they're not lightweight, and, you know, your poor delivery driver is gonna have to carry these up to the door, so be nice to them. But look at this, the way it sets up like all Origami, you just take the sides, you let it drop open like that. I'm gonna spin it around so you can see the back. We keep talking about it, but it's world famous. The Origami toggle right there, patented design. You thread that in there like that, you give it a little push, the whole thing sits down. Now if I want to, I can pick this up, I can throw it around, I can do whatever I want with it. Then we flip over that top shelf just like this, put that latch into place, and we're done. That's the whole thing. Now the weight capacity on this one is exactly the same capacity.
That's so impressive.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
As not the pro rack, but as the regular rack. So with the wheels on it, 75 pounds per shelf, which in this case there's 3 shelves, so that's 225 pounds. Without the wheels though, maximum weight capacity on this one, 250 pounds on each one of these 3 shelves. That's 750 pounds that you can put on here.
And so, and remember
Isn't that crazy?
And you get 2.
Yeah.
So you're doubling, that's 1,500 pounds.
Which is 3/4 of a ton of storage.
Wow.
Is that nuts or what?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is.
It's an engineering marvel of sorts.
It really is, and that's why there's so many incredible reviews, over 2,200 perfect 5-star reviews. White is my most limited. Remember, it's powder-coated steel, so anything that we've shown you this entire hour, anything we show you from Origami, you're not gonna have to double think, oh, can I put it outside? Absolutely, can I put it in my garage, in my addition, wherever you wanna put it.
Wherever you wanna put it.
It's durable, and boy, can you load up the weight on it.
Look how good that looks right there, too.
It does, and I think that's why the white is the most limited.
Out on the pool deck.
Out on the pool deck. Roll up some towels, put it on there. You have
chlorine
the toys.
on those, it's not gonna hurt it.
No, nothing. Laundry room, bleach falls on it, laundry, soap
Kitchens.
falls on it.
People love these in the kids' room for their toys.
A pocket closet, that is perfect.
Isn't it great?
Because look, you can load toys. How about shoes? Maybe you wanna use it as a shoe rack.
If you don't put the wheels on this, I can tell you that in most closets it'll fit under the hanging garments. So if you've got like not like long gowns, but if you've just got like shirts and that kind of thing, you could put this underneath there and absolutely use this if you wanted to put luggage on them, or if you wanted to, you know, put your shoes like you were saying. For, you know what, the best place to use these for shoes, honestly, is a mudroom. Because if you live up north somewhere where you get snow and they salt the roads and sand and do all that stuff,
we're about to be in that time right now.
And you know what your shoes get like. So in a mudroom, this is a great place to take them and put them. I want to show you something kind of cool though. I'm going to sneak behind you here.
Okay.
Ready, Brett? Here we go. I'm gonna go back to this wall. I just like to be moving around the studio today. I don't know what's happening. But I want you just to look at how perfect that looks where I just put that right there, right? Perfect height to have it underneath your wall art, your hangings, pictures, whatever it is, but you've got an instant shelf that you can put there. And the neat thing about this is, let's say that this was a bar cart for you, or maybe that you were keeping your kitchen electrics on there or something. Just take it and wheel it to where you're gonna use it. That's the neat thing about Origami. It's just so crazy convenient and simple to work with.
And it's about 35 inches in height, so it is that perfect countertop height that if you are, and think about too for the holidays too, a lot, especially Thanksgiving, boy, do you cook up so many meals. You're like, I do not have enough counter space for it. Think about, you know, you put the plates here. You can put like a table runner over it.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like, so you can use it to present different things.
Coffee station.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to say this
happened. Put all the sides.
All the sides. No, listen, I'm not going to say this happened to me, but once upon a time there was a man who took a turkey out of an oven that was in a foil.
Oh gosh.
Do you see where this is going?
Yes.
So that man learned that if you just set it down on top of the Origami, you can wheel it to the table and you don't have to try to carry that thing.
That's good.
Much, much better. P.S. I am that man.
He is that man.
So I am that man.
That's okay.
Does anybody doubt this?
No, not at all. I love this black too. And remember, you're getting two. At $139.95, you're getting two.
Yeah.
And so if you are if you just can't really go up anymore, this is why this is a great addition if you can't accommodate for the vertical storage that you get with that heavy duty Pro Rack that we showed you.
Yeah.
Now you're getting two at half the size, which is great.
I have two of these in my garage. One of them is, I have three of these in my garage. One of them is as soon as you walk out the door, and I've got brooms and mops and stuff hanging on the wall, but then everything else that goes with them is on the Origami cart. Underneath them. I got another one. I have one window in my garage, other than the ones that are in the door. One window. I refuse to block it with another shelf, a big tall one.
You want the natural light.
This is perfect to go underneath that one, and I've got all kinds of stuff there.
Look how perfectly that pushes.
Right by that mud sink. Look at that.
It's perfect, and that's the pewter that you're seeing right now.
Yeah.
A lot of you are jumping in. I know we still have a few moments to share this with you. It's $20 off. Another thing that I'll point out too, because Lou was on a little bit earlier with pieces from Origami. This is the only scheduled presentation of these two. And a lot of times, remember the last time I shared this, we were down to like 1 or 2 colors. So now we've gotten a couple other colors back in stock. White by far is the most limited if you want to grab that. Everyone's getting 2 pieces with this. With those wheels, it still rolls. With the wheels, you're still able to load up 25 pounds.
225 pounds with the wheels on it. Yeah.
And without 750 without the wheels. That's 1,500 pounds for both of them because you get 2.
One of the things that people use this for a lot is firewood, as we're coming into that season where you're going to be making fires and stuff, because you don't want your firewood to be sitting on the ground.
No.
Because everything on the bottom is going to rot. It's going to get mushy. You get bugs. It starts to get that black stuff in it. It's just nasty. This is a great way to keep it up off the ground, keep it dry, and also not have to carry bundles. You can just push the whole thing around. A lot of people use these. You were talking about earlier the big rack, using it as a dolly. A lot of people use it. I'll never forget, there was a woman who called in one time years ago when we first started selling this. She was wheelchair bound, and she told me that she used this as a dolly to push things around her house because she couldn't carry them. So she would put them on here. So I mean, I think outside the box with these, like all things. Now, right here, this one's set up for an office, and you could see that on top of this, we've got a scanner, printer, copier. I used to say fax machine, but I don't even know those exist anymore. But you can see, I'm dating myself when I say that. But you could see right here, this thing fits on here. If I turn it sideways, it fits on here absolutely perfectly. Look at that. So the sky is the limit, however you want to use this in your world. You know, in the house, outside of the house, you know, in a closet, in the kitchen, bathroom, right here like she's doing here. She's going to set that up against the wall and use it as decor. That's the thing about Origami. First of all, I got to warn everybody, it's addictive. It's like eating potato chips. You can't stop it just
I have like 8 or 9 pieces.
See?
It's crazy.
How long have you been here now? How many years?
4.
And in that time...
But I think I actually have a couple more because my husband took a couple of the racks to the storage unit.
That's going to happen. That's going to happen. People borrow these things. We did it. We had a garage sale. People think I make some of the stuff up. I don't. We had a garage sale not too long ago, and we were storing stuff on the Origami. And people were asking us if the racks, I asked my wife, are the racks for sale? She was like, no. Anything else, but not those.
No, you cannot take that.
You will not take my Origami.
Okay, running through the colors. So white is my most limited. We still have it for you in the black. Everyone gets 2. And I'm telling you, read the reviews. With over 2,200 perfect 5-star reviews, it's actually interesting. I think the precise 5-star number of reviews is 2,222. I was like, now that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting, but I just rounded down to 200, but it's 22. It's insane. So they're really, really great reviews, and the versatility to get, how you can load up that weight. I love this vintage bronze. And remember, you're getting both racks.
2.
That's what's great about this. You're getting 2 racks, and then we also have it for you in the pewter.
Right.
If you want to go ahead and pick this up, I know our clock is running down with the final 2 minutes. Go to hsn.com, HSN app, key in that item number 651849. Feel free to use FlexPay too. If $139, you're still kind of like, I wish I could chop that up into little pieces. That's what FlexPay is. It's just spreading out those payments. You get it home for 34 bucks and some change on any debit or credit card. And as I make my little spiel, Lou's showing you how easy it is to set
over and over and over again.
Right.
Made to do this, might I add. It's made to set up and break down. Unlike particle board or plastic, where you set it up one time, don't break it down. This can I actually have a friend who's an artist, and she paints glassware. She goes to all the different craft shows, art shows, things like that. And she has a bunch of these that she takes with her. Her name is Brenda. She takes them with her, and she sets them up. And she actually does a cool thing. She doesn't put the wheels on them. She uses them like a hutch on a tabletop.
Oh.
So she has all the glasses sitting on top of these so people can see. Yeah, it's cool. And she just collapses them, puts them in the back of her van, and takes them with her.
She could put several of them